Hey guys and girls, I'm James and welcome to my channel. Today we are in Ouray, Colorado. Beautiful Ouray. Got here yesterday. It was supposed to be a 15 hour drive. It ended up being like 18 hours because of the windstorms. But as you can see, and as you can hear, I'm next to this river. So I'm going to post a video today. I'm not going to show the drone footage from the Matric. I'll show some drone footage from the Mavic3. But why I'm here is a friend of mine, David. He's from Dallas, Fort Worth. He had a very successful media production company using drones. And he left to come to Colorado to work with the Department of Interior to stop forest fires and to do mapping. So the mapping around here is from the 1940s. So, and they don't have any Lidar, or there's no way to tell by looking at the maps of how thick the forest beds are. So he's going to do a multiple layer on the forest beds. So what we did yesterday is we did a bunch of mapping with the Matric300 with the RTK, and then we're going to go back with the Lidar. And when we do the Lidar, it will look through the canopy, through the floor beds, and tell them how thick the floor beds are in the forest. To them, that is fuel. And so if there is a forest fire, where is there more fuel? And that is to help stop the forest fires and know where to combat it the most, but more importantly is to save firefighters' lives and people's homes. If you saw, Boulder, which is not too far from here, lost 900 homes just a couple weeks ago. They couldn't control that forest fire. So with drones and the technology that drones have, it doesn't make any sense not to try to get that information and that data. And then after we do the mapping and the Lidar, then we'll go back with thermal imaging drones and do multiple layers on it. And so when they look at the data, they can look at multiple layers over the areas. Like yesterday, we shot Box Canyon. He's going to do a lot of the different parks around here. He's been here a month. He'll take him a year. So I'm not going to show any footage from the drone today, from the Matric300. I did bring the Mavic3 out yesterday to get some shots up and down the canyon, going there and forth. It was pretty exciting. You're driving right on the edge of some very large cliffs. So let me show you how beautiful it is here in Colorado. I mean, you can see these cliffs behind me. They're just beautiful. Ouray is situated. It's not too far from Telluride. Ouray is situated, if you can see this, right in between two sets of mountains. So even though the sun comes up here early, it doesn't even really hit the city until like 9:30 or 10 because it's got mountains all around it, and it's tucked into this tight little valley, which makes it one of the most beautiful cities I've ever seen in my life. And I've been all over the place. So this is day one. I'll try to post a video every day. I'll try to show some footage of what the Lidar shows. So today's day one. I'm just going to show some footage of how we went out and got the footage with the drones. And I'll try to post every day. I'll put it all in a playlist on the channel. And when I get back, I'll make a really long video showing how the Matric takes all that data and how they get it to the Department of Interior and what it can be used for, and how drones are useful in everyday society now in so many different areas. Also, we're going to go out this week and we're going to use drones to drop seedlings over forest fires. We're going to take a helicopter ride, use the drones, we'll drop the seedlings over we can do about 5 acres with the drone to drop the seed packlets, and when the snow melts, the seeds will go down into the forest and grow trees. All right, guys, so that's it for today. Let me show you a little bit of footage of the trip. And then at the end, I'll show David talking about what he's doing more that was from the live stream yesterday. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.
we actually have a Wi-Fi or internet module that I got for a guy who is a first responder, and we contracted with him, so we have first priority on the cell network and stuff like that. So
what'd this drone cost? 40?
Yeah, about 38. 38 that one. The other one we have before the tariffs we got one, and it was 31. And then
So what's flight time?
55 minutes. But up here, because right now we're like almost 10,000 feet. The thin air, and it's not cold today, but thin air will reduce that to like 49. And cold, if it's really cold and really windy, it gets reduced like 46. But it's still not.
55 minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Batteries are actually exactly the same right now in voltage, which is awesome. They're at 52.
So there's 3 cameras. There she goes.
What's that there?
All right, so I let the Mavic3 warm up for a minute. The Matric has self-warming batteries. The Mavic3 does not, but I did keep it inside my truck and keep it warm. But really, it's only about 30 degrees up here, maybe 32. It's not bad at all. But you want to let your motors and your battery warm up before you send it off, just to make sure. I shot in 30 frames per second. Man, I sure wish I'd have shot in 60, because the rolling shutter when I'm panning kind of gets a little bit blurry. Not here where I'm going straight. This drone's just different. I just feel so solid. You have complete confidence in it. It just seems to respond better. I think its new RC controller connects to the drone so good. There's never any fear of losing the drone or anything, but you can kind of see that rolling shutter right there. Wish I'd have went to a 60 frame per second. I'm gonna get some really good footage this week. Really looking forward to it. Here I'm gonna show you the zoom and how it zooms in. That's ×2, ×4, ×16, and ×28, which is kind of really starting to get blurry right there. But it's amazing that you can zoom in that fast, and that's what's touching it. Now I'll show you what it looks like to do a rolling zoom in and out. It does really, really good. So I finished a video comparing the Mavic3 to the Mavic Pro 2 zoom, but I'm just not confident in all my data, so I didn't want to publish it until I get back and really go back and double check all my footage. Here's the Matric300 in the air. That thing's rock solid. Really not much wind through here today. You see it's starting to get its bearings and its mapping, and then it takes off. It takes thousands of pictures, and it just stitches them all together, and that's how they do mapping. I'll show you later what we're going to do with Lidar. So there she goes. All right, guys, so I'm going to go back, and I'm going to show you part of the filming that we did yesterday on a live stream where David talks about what he's doing here with the Department of Interior better than I did when I was out at the stream. So here's that footage. Thanks for watching. David, you want to tell everybody what we're doing here?
We are doing wildfire prevention, essentially. My father was a firefighter, a volunteer firefighter when he was young, and it really was sad when the Granite Mountain hotshots burned to death. And so I decided that we should leave Dallas, where we were making a lot of money, doing a lot of commercial work, and do something more worthwhile. So we approached the Department of the Interior, and we talked about an idea to use drones and Lidar and stuff like that, orthos, to map areas and create layers so we could, potentially predict where the next wildfires will happen, the super fires as they call them, because we have such a small amount of fires that when one happens, there's so much fuel. There's super fires, and they kill everything, the trees, you know, people, animals, structures, and it's getting worse every year. So we're winging it, but we came out here to Colorado, to the San Juan mountain range, and we are starting to map with M300s, with H20s and P1s, and a base layer of just the terrain and an overlay of the photos. And then we're going to do thermal overlay, red edge, microsense. We're going to do, what else? Oh yeah, Lidar, so they can see terrain, so we can see through the tree canopy. That way we can kind of predict where the next wildfires will come, so we'll see, because we can see how much fuel's on the ground and stuff like that. And also during a wildfire, they can have way better data to give to the firefighters and stuff like that to prevent, hopefully, a great amount from happening again. We think it's going to work. We hope it's going to work. The bankers hope it's going to work. And so I really do think it's worthwhile. And I think, you know, a lot of these guys are using topo maps from 1940s. And somebody walked and did that, you know, and that's awesome, because I'm not going to walk and do that. But we can give them better data, and better data faster saves lives, saves, you know, livestock, saves structures, saves people's entire lives. Mm-hmm. So the things that mean most. So we feel like it's worthwhile. And
how long have you been here?
We've been here a month, and we anticipate being here a year total at least. You know, it's
you got 3 pilots out?
Yeah, we have three pilots out right now. We have a team that is usually in Durango, Telluride, and then we have a team that's north of Ridgeway. And that team actually goes to the Front Range as well. I don't know if you guys saw on the news just 2 weeks ago, the fires in Boulder.
Oh yeah.
You know, it was
300 homes? How many?
More than that? It was more than that. It was 900.
900 homes, yeah.
It was horrible, you know, and you know, as climate changes, because like here there should be a ton of snow right now, and it hasn't snowed that much. And guys, we're 8,000 feet right now, and yeah, that's crazy. So that was horrible. What happened in Boulder was horrible, and Superior, and I forget the other one's name. Sorry, guys. It's, you know, people lost everything in a matter of seconds, the things they worked for their entire lives, and that shouldn't happen. And there should be warning systems and preventative systems, and we obviously can't do what they did in the early 1900s, which was total fire suppression, because when there is a fire, there's so much fuel. It's, you know, what happened in Boulder.
Right.
So I think it will change things. You know, all we can do is take a chance, and I've almost gone bankrupt multiple times, so we'll just try to do it again.
Out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go up in the mountains and let's do some mapping with these things, and we'll come back and we'll show it to them. But we'll be coming live throughout the week, and I'll be posting all kinds of videos. All right. Let's go have some fun.
Take it easy, guys.